I'm Robyn Rowen, your Big I Minnesota lobbyist, and today I'm going to provide you with an election update focusing on the Minnesota state races. As some of you have heard me say, election night is like the Oscars for political types. We literally spend hours comparing rumors and speculating about what might happen. And we have watch parties on election night. I haven't gotten a designer to provide an election night wardrobe for me yet, but I'm working on it. So here's a snapshot of how things are shaping up today. Let's start with the issues that voters are concerned about in the governor's race. If you watch any TV at all and don't mute the commercials, the list should not surprise you. Actually, as I think about it, even if you do hit the mute button, the list should still not surprise you since the ads always bold the key words like crime and inflation. So according to a recent poll, 41% of Minnesota voters are concerned about the economy and inflation. 21% are concerned about the right to abortion, and 13% are concerned about crime. That means 53% of the voters are concerned about issues that favor Republicans. And midterm elections almost always favor the party not in power, which are the Republicans this time around. Although it is worth noting that Walz has a higher job approval rating than President Biden. Historically, the DFL has never won the governor's office 4 elections in a row, a fun fact for you to share with your friends at a cocktail party. Given that we have had a DFL governor for the past 3 terms, history dictates that the next governor should be a Republican. Despite all of these trends, the latest polls show Governor Walz beating former state senator Dr. Scott Jensen by as many as 10 and as few as 3 percentage points. Digging into the numbers a little gives us a better picture of what is going on. According to the most recent KTSP poll, Walz is leading in the Twin Cities by 20%, and in southern Minnesota, his former congressional district, by 7%. Jensen leads in western Minnesota by 12 points, and then in the northeast Iron Range by 10. Walz also has a 23% lead amongst women, and Jensen has a 2% lead amongst men, which adds up to a pretty significant 25% gender gap for Jensen. In order to win, Jensen is going to need to eat into Walz's lead in the Twin Cities area by at least 3 to 4 percentage points. And he will have to make some gains with women, especially suburban moms. His campaign will also need to maximize voter turnout in all of the outstate areas where he currently holds an advantage. This election will also determine which party will control the Minnesota House and Senate. There are 201 legislative seats in Minnesota, but control of both houses will likely come down to just 23 races that are considered toss-ups. First, let's take a look at the Senate. The GOP currently holds an operational majority of 36 to 31. This means the Senate DFL needs to pick up 3 seats to take control. The 36 GOP seats, however, include 2 Iron Range senators that defected from the DFL to become independents and voted with the GOP. Neither of those Iron Range senators are running again, and the Iron Range has traditionally belonged to the DFL. With Jensen 10 points ahead up north, however, that trend is projected to change. The current Senate projections are that 31 seats are strong Republican, 29 are strong DFL, and 7 seats are toss-up. If these projections hold true, the Republicans need to win at least 3 of the toss-ups to retain control. In the House, the DFL holds a slim majority of 70 to 64. Control of the House requires at least 68 seats, so the GOP must pick up 4 seats to flip the House. The current House projections are that there are 61 strong Republican seats, 57 strong DFL, and there are 16 toss-ups. If these projections hold true, the DFL needs to win 11 of the 16 toss-ups to retain control. It's hard to know how much stock to put into polls, especially after the last few election cycles, but they do give us a general idea of how the races are trending. And you can see from the numbers that this could be a very good year for Republicans. However, the Dobbs decision and the abortion issue seem to be eroding Republican support in the suburbs. This election night will truly be a nail-biter. So in the absence of a red carpet show, what should you look for on election night? My tip for viewing is to look to the north. Almost all of the key races are in the Iron Range, St. Cloud, and the northern suburbs. The north is also critical for the statewide races as well. If the Republicans take the Iron Range and win in areas like Anoka, Coon Rapids, and Lino Lakes, it could be a very good night for the entire GOP ticket. Regardless of which party ends up in control, there will be an unprecedented number of new legislators when the legislature convenes in January. This means we will have to educate a whole new crop of legislators about the importance of independent agents, as well as the importance of helping Minnesota businesses thrive. If Jensen wins, there will also be a new Commissioner of Commerce. So when the campaigning ends, the real work begins. There is still time to help us support legislators that support independent agents, so you can still give to our PAC. Thanks for watching. I'll be back after November 8th to interpret the results, and don't forget to vote.